Let's explore practical ways to transform this habit into a mindful ritual that reinforces your commitment to health and longevity every day. First, begin by creating a dedicated space in your home for mindfulness practices. This could be a cozy corner with cushions, a small table for your tea, or a sunny spot where you can sit quietly. Designate this space as a sanctuary for reflection and relaxation. Each time you engage in your habitual activities, be it enjoying tea or taking a leisurely walk, approach it with intention. For instance, when you sit down with your tea, take a moment to inhale the aroma fully and relish the warmth of the cup in your hands. This simple act of mindfulness can transform an ordinary routine into a sacred ritual that nurtures your spirit. In addition to creating a mindful space, incorporate moments of awareness into your meals. Start by preparing your food with gratitude, acknowledging the nourishment it offers. As you eat, focus on the flavors and textures, chewing slowly and appreciating each bite. By practicing mindful eating, you allow yourself to fully engage with the act of nourishing your body, fostering deeper connections with your food and its impact on your health. You might find it helpful to set specific intentions for the day, writing them down in a journal each morning. Reflect on what you hope to cultivate, whether it be gratitude, health, or positivity, and carry that intention with you throughout your day. These daily rituals reinforce self-care and foster a sense of responsibility towards your well-being. They create an opportunity for you to check in with yourself regularly, making adjustments as needed, and prioritizing your health in a meaningful way. As you turn these habits into rituals, you will discover new layers of vitality and joy in the process of living. Reflecting on my own journey, I discovered that altering this seemingly minor aspect of my routine had profound effects on my vitality and outlook. When I first began to pay attention to my daily habits, I was surprised to find small changes leading to significant outcomes. For example, I decided to introduce a moment of stillness into my day, a practice I initially dismissed as unnecessary. Just 5 minutes of quiet reflection transformed my afternoons, helping me cultivate calmness and clarity even amidst chaos. Additionally, I embraced mindful eating, savoring my meals instead of rushing through them. It became a joyous experience rather than a mere chore. Each bite felt like a celebration, rich with textures and flavors. Over time, as I developed these rituals, I felt a resurgence of energy and an undeniable clarity of purpose. It ignited a willingness to explore other areas of my life with the same mindful intent, guiding my decisions towards a healthier lifestyle. Every small adjustment I made became a stepping stone towards awakening and maintaining my well-being. I learned that the transformation came not from drastic changes, but from honorably integrating mindfulness into my routines. These insights reshaped my perception of health and happiness, illuminating a path towards vitality that was once obscured by complacency. By embracing these rituals and remaining committed to this journey of transformation, you can find the lightness and joy that accompanies mindful living. This practice not only enhances physical health, but taps into the spiritual fulfillment that enriches our time on this earth. In pursuing these mindful habits, you allow for your inner wisdom to flourish and your health to thrive. The beauty lies in the simplicity of these practices, often overlooked but profoundly impactful when integrated with intention. In Eastern medicine, there exists a profound understanding that small daily habits possess the power to significantly impact our energy and overall well-being. This philosophy encourages us to recognize that every action, no matter how minute, contributes to the flow of life and vitality within us. By nurturing our awareness around these seemingly innocuous habits, we can unlock the potential for health and longevity. The intricate balance of energy in our bodies, often viewed through the lens of chakras or meridians, suggests that what we do each day shapes our physical, emotional, and spiritual health. A harmonious lifestyle enriched by mindful choices can foster a vibrant existence, allowing us to experience life not just longer, but more fully. One essential aspect of this understanding comes from the practices of ancient wisdom, particularly in mindfulness traditions. These practices emphasize an acute awareness of the present moment and the impact of our habitual behaviors. Whether it is how we approach our meals, manage stress, or move through our daily tasks, each small choice we make resonates through our being. Cultivating an appreciation for these daily rituals can create space for health improvements, surrounding ourselves with positive energy while repelling negativity. Recognizing that these minor adjustments can ripple into greater well-being opens our eyes to the possibilities of transformative living. An elderly doctor I consulted shared insights from decades of experience that highlighted the importance of these overlooked daily routines. He emphasized how many health problems emerge not from major lifestyle choices, but from the subtle patterns formed over time. For example, he suggested that poor hydration, a lack of movement, or even the habitual consumption of processed foods can lead to cumulative effects that blunt vitality and led to chronic issues. His perspective illuminated the idea that awareness around our daily rituals might be the key to addressing underlying health concerns. This wisdom could potentially change how you perceive your health, reminding us that proactive attention to our everyday habits can lay the foundation for a longer, healthier, and more joyful life. The primary habit we are discussing today is often the key to unlocking a healthier, more vibrant version of yourself. Acknowledging this habit opens the door towards conscious living and the active pursuit of wellness. When one becomes aware of how even the smallest choice can impact our well-being, it becomes easier to shift behaviors in a positive direction. By leaning into mindful practices and making choices that resonate with our health goals, we create a life imbued with purpose and vitality. Embracing this insight empowers us to thrive as we age, activating our capacity to nurture both our physical and spiritual selves. Thus, the journey of health and wellness is not merely about more significant changes, but rather about honoring the small, meaningful practices that can lead to profound transformations in our lives. Are you sure you're sabotaging your health with this one daily habit after 60? You won't want to miss this shocking revelation. In the journey of mindful living, we often seek to make choices that enhance our well-being. Yet sometimes, we overlook the most subtle, yet impactful decisions we make each day. We invite you to subscribe and join a community dedicated to exploring these crucial insights that promote a healthier, more vibrant life in our golden years. You'll receive more enlightening tips and practices centered around longevity, mindfulness, and holistic health. Even if you think you're making healthy choices, almost everyone overlooks this crucial detail that significantly impacts well-being. It can be easy to assume that our daily routines are harmless, but that may not be the case. Picture yourself enjoying a freshly prepared meal, full of vibrant vegetables and wholesome grains. You may think you're being mindful and health-conscious, yet this video will uncover a hidden habit that might undermine even the best intentions. The tension builds as each moment reveals the subtle complexities of maintaining health as we age. Keep watching, because the last insight will be truly transformative, offering a new perspective on health that promises to shift your daily routine for the better. Reflecting on my own experiences, I remember visiting my grandmother, who, at an advanced age, maintained an incredibly active lifestyle. Always busy with gardening, volunteering, and social gatherings, she seemed to embody the spirit of longevity. Yet, despite her vibrant engagements, there was one habit she couldn't seem to shake off. It perplexed me how someone so full of life could have an area in her daily routine that quietly affected her health. This habit was simple, yet insidious, woven into the fabric of her day-to-day life, and she often dismissed it as trivial. In my visits, I would see her sitting down in her favorite chair with a cup of tea, often indulging in a late afternoon pastry. It was a relaxing ritual for her, a time to unwind after the day's activities. However, I could not help but notice that this indulgence coincided with her occasional complaints about feeling more fatigued than usual or experiencing digestive discomfort. It became clear to me that this seemingly harmless daily treat, while enjoyable, was taking a toll on her overall health and energy levels. Learning from her experience became a turning point in my understanding of how even the most benign habits can layer upon each other, subtly impacting our vitality. This prompted me to investigate further and engage in discussions with her about mindful eating and lifestyle choices, which she found enlightening. In those moments, I realized how deeply our habits shape our well-being and prompted a shift in perspective, not just for my grandmother, but for me too. She began to modify her routine, prioritizing fresh whole foods and creating more awareness around her indulgences. Observing her gradual transformation, I understood that we all have the ability to reshape our daily experiences, particularly as we embrace the wisdom of mindful living throughout our later years.